You're listening to Creeping Wave Radio, a documentation of our decidedly creepy escapades here on YouMind, once the mics go off.
See? There it is, just like I told you.
You said it was a blimp, but that's a dirigible.
Whatever you call it. It's been circling like that for over an hour now.
It almost looks like the one not Hitler's brain and the circus freaks took off in. It sounds like they're having engine trouble.
I know. This is going to be good. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
What's going on? Why did it get so quiet all of a sudden?
I think we lost power to the engines. I told you it wasn't a good idea to just keep circling around aimlessly like that.
You said no such thing, you infernal...
Normally, I'd drop everything to go find your jaw, sir. But this is a bit of an emergency. Engine room, report status.
Both engines non-functional, sir.
We'll fix it.
We really don't know how.
You what?
I mean, we read a couple books on dirigibles when you told us what boss insisted on, but
just a couple of circuit freaks down here, sir.
literally,
Yeah, and this sort of situation's a little out of depth.
I told you we should have just gone with a motorhome.
I know.
With all due respect, what else did you plan to do, sir?
Well, I guess it's up to me, Jojo, the dog-faced boy, to bring her down.
That's where she's headed, sir.
One way or another.
There she goes. Oh, Nap, isn't it beautiful?
Yeah. It's weird. I'm kind of getting deja vu over here, but I don't know why.
Oh, Nap, isn't it romantic? The bodies tangled in wreckage, those who survived forced to watch helplessly as flames closing around them with no escape. Chaos consumes all.
Yeah, maybe we should go help. I mean...
Make love to me.
Yup.
Napoleon Doom.
Hi, boss. How are you?
What in hell's name are you doing to my little girl?
I'm not a little girl, Daddy. I'm 2,619.
Yes, and I suppose you know everything there is to know then, in your lofty 2.5 millennia of life.
Oh, jeez. I knew it was just a matter of time before I got it. Here it comes. Just make your punishment swift, sir.
No, don't you dare.
Napoleon is human.
Technically an amaranthine, but yeah.
I expect this kind of stupidity from his kind. You, however, Margot, have disappointed me greatly.
I don't care anymore. Don't you see, Daddy? I'm in love.
His breed doesn't deserve your love. They can't understand it, not the way we demons do. In another few years, you won't even be a memory to him. Do you think you can keep him as some kind of pet and retrain him time and time again to pretend he cares for you? I didn't raise you to play make-believe with these worms.
That seems kind of racist.
Silence! You have no idea what you've done.
How could you, Daddy? How could you?
Margot! You get back here this instant.
She poofed. I can't believe she just poofed.
Here we go again. Wonderful.
Again?
Walk with me, Napoleon.
I guess. Sure. What are you gonna do to me?
Nothing.
Nothing?
In some ways, that's the worst punishment of all, isn't it?
Well, I'm not gonna try and give you any ideas, so...
When I fell from heaven, Napoleon, I did not fall alone. There was one who I loved. one who stood with me when I sought to grant man knowledge to accompany his free will.
Oh, I see.
You're running your catechism lessons over and over again through your head. The scriptures you were made to memorize, but you'll find no trace of her there.
I remember all of those. My rosaries, my act of contrition, but nothing of my life or who I was.
It's funny what we're allowed to keep, isn't it?
I guess.
It's beautiful this time of year, when the sunlight bleeds down through the autumn leaves like this. I imagine it's what humans hope to capture in the stained glass of their cathedrals, holding one moment in place forever.
Yeah, probably.
I used to come and go between heaven and earth, as I pleased. You see, I love this mortal world and all its beauty. I thought I loved mankind. It's why I granted them the gift of knowledge. Man was made with free will, something we angels, fallen or otherwise, will never know.
I see.
But free will means nothing without temptation, without being tasked to choose between good and evil, and having mind enough to know the difference.
Oh, not really, no.
And thus, as punishment, I was charged with the duty of offering man that choice again and again. It served as a reminder that my gift had been futile.
Futile, sir?
Yes, just because a man has knowledge enough to make the right decision doesn't assure that he will.
Not usually, no.
Now, I shepherd the wayward souls who fall from grace, and because of my temptations, but the one I loved was offered up to a different fate.
What's that?
She so loved humanity and all the beauty of this world. I wonder if she does still.
Couldn't you find her?
No, I'm afraid that's quite impossible.
But why?
You see, we're a lot alike, Napoleon. Both of us cast out from our worlds, forever separated from those who we once loved. I am aware of the woman you see in your dreams, of your ability to leave this mortal realm while you sleep.
So, you're the dream police now?
No, but I alone can relate to your imprisonment in that human husk. I know that no woman you meet in your waking life can ever truly compare to the love you lost, the love that endures in your night-born caprices. But that doesn't stop you from sating your desires with the flesh of anyone foolish enough to offer herself to you. My many children should be proof enough of our shared burden.
It isn't like that with Margot, I swear.
Even if I could trust your word, and believe me, I want nothing more than to do that. What is she to do when your memories leave you? Would you condemn her to that kind of life, forever tending to your shattered consciousness? In a way, I'm glad you have no answer for me. It shows me you're capable of reflection.
Yeah, that's it, I guess. I just need some time to think.
Yes, of course you do. Here, perhaps a nice long drive will return you to your senses.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Living for each other made us close to the time. Now everything is gone and we are searching for our separate lives. Just one more piece ripped out, but we stitch it up in time. Now everything is gone and we are searching for our separate lives. Just one more piece ripped out, but we stitch it up in time. the pain of loving weighs too much. The pain of loving weighs too much. Oh, you weigh me down. Oh, you weigh me down. Oh, you weigh me down. Now I'm so different but the same. I don't shy away from people's touch, but the pain of loving weighs too much. But the pain of loving weighs too much. The pain of loving weighs too much.
Oh, jeez. I've been driving all night long. The sun is just coming up. Well, Dorcas said to come see her before noon. I wonder how early visiting hours start.
Assistance needed in the casino. Staff is advised to wear full body armor. Thank you.
Hey, sweetie pie, you lost?
Oh, no,
This here's a geezer farm, buddy, where we send Grammy and Grampy out to pasture. This ain't no party.
This ain't no disco. This ain't no fooling around. Yeah.
What the hell's your deal, Mac?
Well, I guess I can't expect to get in essentially using the same bit twice. I'm here to visit someone.
Does someone have a name?
Dorcas Morlock.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Let's see here. Marco, Marcin, Morales. Morlock.
Oh?
Look, I'm sorry. I gave you a rough time, kid. But,
What is it?
says here Dorcas Morlock was pronounced dead at 4:45 last night.
What? What from?
Gonna take a shot at the dock and say old age?
Right. Of course. I can't... I mean, I just saw her yesterday.
Hey, look. I could take you back to her room, let you get her things in order. Her great-granddaughter's already back there. You family?
Oh, yes. Family. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, of course you are. You just come along with me, okay?
I went down to St. James Infirmary to see my baby there. She was lying alone at table, so sweet, so cool, so fair.
So, here it is.
Oh, not much to it, is there?
They don't really anticipate long stays around here.
No, I guess they wouldn't. I'm Nap. Wish we were meeting under happier circumstances.
Oh, Nap. I feel as though I know you already.
Yeah, so I don't want to make a nuisance of myself or nothing. You know the door codes, so you should be able to come and go as you please.
Same one for every door?
Yeah. I mean, it's an old folks' home, not Fort Knox. Not like anyone's going to try and break in or, yeah, you know what I mean.
Sure. Hey, what model walkie-talkie do you got there on your belt?
Oh, I don't know.
May I see it? My great-grandpa carried one of the first models back in World War II. I bet he'll be happy to see Grammy again.
You know, you go ahead and hang on to that. Nothing much happens around here anyway.
Oh, thank you. You don't know how much this means to me.
Yeah. Hey, sure, lady. You enjoy it. I better get back to the front desk. I sure am sorry for your loss, you kids. Really, I am.
Yeah. Thanks, I guess.
He said you'd come back here.
The receptionist?
I just didn't think it'd be so soon. Here, give me your hand.
Okay, sure. What are you doing now?
You remember dancing like this back in Chicago?
No, but I'm happy to have you refresh my memory.
Figured that's what you came here for.
Yeah, it was. Guess that's never gonna happen now.
Don't look so defeated. Come on, lay down here next to me and tell me all your troubles.
Should you be doing that? I mean, it is a dead woman's bed.
Nap, I'm not dead.
No, I mean Dorcas.
It's me, Nap. I am Dorcas.
What?
You don't recognize me? I'm hurt.
But you were an old woman yesterday.
And you're complaining?
No, how?
Kind of foggy on the finer details myself, but I'm sure it had something to do with you.
Oh, yeah. I'm still not clear on just exactly how all this ether stuff works either. Well, good. Happy accident. Maybe?
Why question it?
Dorcas, it's been a long time, and...
It sure has. When you disappeared on me, I thought I'd never forgive you. I swore the first thing I'd do if I ever saw you again was sock you one good right in that smug face of yours.
I'm sorry about that.
No, you aren't, Nap. How can you be sorry about something you don't even remember?
Well, that's a good point.
I hated you for so long.
Well, that's a common reaction, actually.
I hated all your stories.
Stories?
About you being some kind of goblin with amnesia and how you're on the run from communist vampires.
Goblin?
It was all so magical, so exciting. I wanted to believe all your tall tales. But the worst one was how you made me believe you had known my father.
Yeah, about that.
You were my only connection to him. I trusted you.
Yeah, could you maybe just sock me one, like you said, and I can go hate myself somewhere else?
Figured you'd told me all that nonsense on account of my being young and gullible. Thought you'd have your fun with me, when all the while you were just paving the way for your escape.
Well, I could see why you might think so.
I did, until yesterday, when I saw you standing there, looking just like I remembered. Right down to that ridiculous hair.
Why is everyone so fixated on my hair all of a sudden?
Everything you told me was true, wasn't it?
Probably. I'm a really bad liar.
Do you think maybe we could start again? Where we left off?
Dorcas, I
haven't had anything to look forward to in my life for so long.
Please don't say that.
Why not? It's true. I've been locked up in this place for so long, doped up and watching the roaches crawl over my body, wondering if I'm dead yet.
Wow, that's super gross. Not to diminish your experience or anything, but ew.
How many people get a second chance like this? What do we have to lose?
Dorcas, I have a girlfriend.
You mean that awful little blondie with the horns?
She's not awful. She's brilliant and beautiful.
I heard what she said to you. How she follows you around, spying on you, never giving you a moment's privacy.
Yeah, well, That's not great, I guess.
Are you afraid she's here right now? Is that it? You're afraid she's watching us?
Well...
I say let her. Serves her right for snooping. We should do it right here in front of her.
Oh, believe me, part of me wants to. A lot.
Bet I know which part.
It's just that, well, you still have all your memories of me, and for all intents and purposes, I've only really just met you.
Just how long do you intend to keep me waiting, Nap?
I feel like maybe we should get to know each other somewhat.
You always were the old-fashioned type.
Was I?
Oh, yes. I always loved making you blush.
Am I blushing right now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you could help me remember some of that. You know, how I used to be.
Come on. The cocktail lounge on the patio opens at 6. We can have a few drinks, chat for a spell, maybe take a dip in the pool.
I didn't bring my suit.
That's okay. Neither did I.
Yeah, okay. Drinks would be nice. It's kind of early, but...
Too early? Nap. One thing you learn very quickly around here is that time is all you have. It's never too early or too late for anything.
Okay, everybody. Hey, so we are here with our musical guest for today's episode, Margot McGrath.
Hey.
Hey, Margot. How's it going?
Great. Glad to be on the show again.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she is a returning guest, and we're very excited to have her on. So tell us a little bit about what's been going on with your career music-wise and projects you've been working on.
Just had the opportunity to be featured on Rick McCracken's latest CD. He just released one with some originals and some good stuff. The album's called Falling Higher, and I sing a song called If You Please on that. I'm pleased with that. And besides that, I've sort of been revamping old material and getting ready to get the EP together. The song you hear on this episode is an original one that I composed 3 or 4 years ago, and trying to rework some other lyrics and tool them into something palatable.
Very cool. Now, I actually heard it online. I think it was like Facebook that I just happened to stumble across, and I was like, can we use that?
Yeah, yeah.
So, and it's very cool because a lot of your stuff is very surprising. You'll just like pop up with a song one day, and it's very raw and very like, you know, spur of the moment, and I think that's kind of how inspiration strikes.
Thank you.
So, yeah. And so I always enjoy that. I've also been watching your videos on Smoo. Is that how it's pronounced?
Oh yeah, I believe Smoo.
I'm not hip.
Oh, so. Yeah, that's been, you know, I was just doing that in downtime to work on vocals and have a good time. It's a little karaoke app, but it's got me excited. There's so much you can do remotely with other artists now, so that's a fun mess around thing, but it gives me ideas as far as collaborating with some of my friends long distance for tracks too. You can do anything now. Yeah,
it's very cool. And you also are doing several of the songs for score for this episode as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think so.
So basically how that works is I send Margot kind of the edited episode without soundtrack, with like all the audio effects and like the sound editing, but no score. And then Margot kind of writes songs that will frame a certain scene and sort of give the atmosphere. So tell us a little bit about your process to make that happen.
I was showing a friend of mine going over it. It was sort of embarrassing the notes, but I go through and, you know, say, this one weird, this spooky, but I enjoy it. I listen to it and then just try to feel how the music would fill my head first. Like, there's a dirigible crash, I better have that sort of spiral out of control feel, and I appreciate the artistic leeway and freedom to sort of just create stuff. I want it to sort of be effects. That's like you said, when I compose a lot of the time, it's just sort of emoting and trying to do the same thing with sound effects. It's been fun, and it's a learning process, but a cool process so far.
Very cool. Now, when you write a song, because I've actually been there and seen you kind of like jamming and just like things pop up, and then maybe later we'll hear like, oh yeah, it works its way into a song or something like that. Did you hear it in your head, or does it just like come through you, or how does that work?
Yeah, just sort of feel it. And a lot of the times maybe I'll have a key or something like when you jam, but I just sort of go by what I feel.
Very cool. That's awesome.
Blurt it out.
Yeah. So very cool. So it's a very enviable talent, I think, to just kind of sit there and pull the notes out of the air like that. It's very cool. I like that. So yeah. And I actually this morning we're recording this on Veterans Day or Armistice Day if you're in the UK. This morning I was with a couple of your fans. Actually, my nieces happen to be really big fans of Margot's music. I had these recordings I did of her when she was playing at Aztec Brewery, which is a brewery in Vista, California. And yeah, they love you and they love your pink guitar.
Oh,
so
that video did make my day. I got to see a clip of your niece watching it, and
yeah, they're very into it. So they actually said that they want to learn to play guitar now. So, that's which is very cute.
Yeah, there needs to be more women making their way in the music industry.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's one of the things that always makes me really frustrated. Because I do comic books, I do podcasting and stuff like that, and you occasionally meet people who are like, "What is it like to be a woman in the comic book industry?" And I was like, I don't know. I'm an artist. I draw and I write, and it really doesn't have much to do with being a woman. And the thing that really wears on me is like one of the people that I was talking to last Comic Fest was talking about like, well, my wife dressed up as Batgirl and asked questions at a DC panel. And it's just like, and somebody cared?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's who...
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, people should have the freedom to write music or draw or whatever, and it shouldn't be anything to do with that. But yeah, it's
cathartic, and I think whatever creative outlet helps you express yourself, it's necessary. And yeah, I think that it's not always encouraged, especially in public schools for little ones anymore, to take on a craft. But yeah, it shouldn't be a gender-based thing. We should just feel welcome and like we have a right to say and express what we'd like to.
Just get on it.
Yeah.
If you're feeling it, grab that guitar.
Just rock out.
Oh. What is your preferred instrument?
It goes back and forth. When I go out, I use the guitar a lot of the time, but I'm trying to get back into keyboard again.
Yeah.
So I grew up playing, and feel like you can express a lot with it. And
very cool.
Yeah.
And you play a very exciting instrument that I'm really, really excited about. And you know what I'm talking about.
It's the melodica. That's my favorite. Yeah, that's probably the most fun to jam on.
So you have to correct me. It's like basically like a accordion with no bellows, and then you become the bellows because you blow into it too.
Yes.
All right, that's really awesome, and it has a really cool circusy sound that I love. I
like, and I've gotten mixed reactions from it. I'm always jazzed, but people have a strong response either way. But I honestly, that's sometimes I'll ask friends, should I? Because I will attempt to work into every song. It's fun.
I don't know. It's awesome. You should do a cover album all melodica.
Yeah,
it's like all the songs that are way over covered. Just cover them with melodica. Yeah, just like you gotta have Stairway in there and Freebird and just like
Crazy Train.
Yeah. Just every song that we're sick of hearing needs to be reborn through the melodica. So
I'm 100% behind. I went to at the nearby beach, Swami's Beach. They do those open jams on weekends, and I went this summer, and there was a second melodica player there.
Nice.
I was really. I hope that it becomes a more widespread thing again.
Yeah. Oh, that's very exciting.
Mhm.
So, but I've always like secretly in my heart of hearts, and I know I've told you about this, wanted to start a band called Cruise Control, where we cover only songs from Tom Cruise movies, and I see a lot of room for the melodica in that. So
I'd love to
I
be a
mean,
part of
yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, because we got Top Gun, Kenny Loggins as done by melodica would be amazing. So that I think would be excellent. If you listen to this season, you'll know that I'm like kind of obsessed with Top Gun, and it's very dorky. But growing up in San Diego and stuff like that, it's part of our cultural heritage.
That Top Gun bar down.
Yeah, the Kansas City bar. So I can't play Great Balls of Fire, but I want to learn it just so I can go there and be like the 4,000th person who's done that. They probably don't even have the piano there because of that.
We could bring one and that's
what we need to do.
Shoot a creeping wave music video.
Just wheel there. That'd be awesome.
Light the piano on fire.
Very cute. Oh, one of my nieces has like a baby piano, and she started playing it with her foot.
Oh.
And I was just like, oh, how very precious, little Jerry Lee Lewis. So, but yeah, it's cool to see them getting into music. And so tell us a little bit about just the world of Margot, like what's going on.
Oh, mainly that, I think we all go through phases. I was performing a little bit more, and I've sort of gone into that cave, and I've been daydreaming and trying to come up with a lot of different things that I hope will incorporate into something good eventually, but thinking of music ideas, sketching. Ideally, I think it'd be fun to come up with some comedic shorts and maybe do music to that in the near future. Yeah. But besides, pretty much just working and then being silly when I'm not working.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, very good. So it's and you were pretty tiny when you started doing music, huh?
Yes, yeah.
So, and was your first instrument piano or
Yeah, piano, and then flute when I was 12.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know if we discussed before, but you have a very special talent with the recorder.
Oh, yes. I can play the recorder with my nose.
That's pretty... See, I'm amazed by this. People listening might be like, yeah, so what?
Used to upset my sisters with that.
Well, did they have to use it after you?
They may have. I'm trying to think. I think I had one that was my own, but there was some public...
The public recorder. Yes. That sounds like a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
Very cool. So now there's that CD that's being re-released that with Rick McCracken. Where can people buy it, and what is the title of it?
I believe it's available on his CD Baby if you look up Rick McCracken, and the name of the record is Falling Higher. That's one of the titles of one of the tracks on the album. That's one of his newer ones, and it's really beautiful. Lots of different genres he touches on in there, and ours was sort of it had like a daydreamy Beatles type of feel to it when he wrote it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. And are you going to be performing anywhere coming up?
Mainly, I plan on working out some of that material and bringing it to open mics again. I don't have anything else set up at the moment, but I'm going to try and focus on getting more recordings down so I can start circulating stuff too.
Very nice. Very nice. That sounds very cool. Is there anything else you would like for the listeners to know about your music and your process?
Oh, keep listening, keep expressing yourselves, and I'm open to collaborating with other musicians long distance. I want to do some more electro stuff and voiceover stuff. So,
Yeah, because you've started doing voiceover with us.
Yes, and keep listening to the show. Yeah. It's great.
You're a reoccurring character on this. Is that weird doing voiceover?
It's fun. It's really fun. I've discovered how much I like. Yeah, you get to focus entirely on your inflections and being in character, and that it's interesting. And Yeah.
I guess that's kind of what I like about it, is that because if you go on my Instagram or anything, you can see what I look like. I'm a very odd looking person, and like you're not limited by your body or your size or anything like that. That you can just really embrace the character, and I always thought that was kind of fun.
Closest to being a cartoon you can be. That's what's exciting for.
Yeah. I would love if we could get this to turn into a cartoon. So if any of you guys are animators out there, I already have like character sketches that I kind of do at the beginning of every episode. So you know what, get on that.
Yeah, it's pretty much all laid up, locked and loaded.
Yeah. So I think ultimately that's kind of what I'd like to do with it, is make it a series, something like that. Because to make it more visual, the more passive you make something for people, like you give someone a book and they can imagine it, then you give them a radio show and they hear the voices, they imagine the characters, you give them a TV show, and you have it kind of all there for them, they just passively take it in. And I feel like that's how you kind of sometimes reach people.
Yeah.
It's just make it easier for them. So I'd like to do that. I think it would be kind of cool, but yeah.
What?
So would you be on board if we could?
100%, yes. Yeah.
Very cool. So what have been some of the challenges with your character that you found this season?
No, it's good, and I think it gives some reflection, just because it does remind me, even some of the bratty or less attractive qualities of Margot remind me of when I was younger, different points in my life recently. So definitely.
We've all been Margot.
Yeah. It's a good honest look at yourself, and then you're like, oh, how do I be a brat? Oh, just be me, and it's fun.
Yeah.
But I think you write her with depth too. Like she's not just arbitrarily cruel or whatever. There's rationale behind her behavior, so I like that too.
So very cool. Okay, cool. So thank you for being with us today. And thank you for giving us this interview.
Thank you.
All right. And I'll let you get back to your regularly scheduled life. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye. Hey everybody, it's me, Nap, again. I just wanted to let you know that if you are enjoying Creeping Wave Radio, then be sure to check out our sister podcast, The You Mind. It is a play within a play. It's a related podcast, and you don't need to listen to one to understand the other, but sometimes there's a little bit of a crossover, and it's kind of fun. So check us out on the You Mind podcast, and all the links are going to be in the description below. Also, there is Lost Red Comics, which deal a little bit about Napoleon's lucid dreams and the mysterious woman therein. So if you're interested in that, it's all a related universe, and you can go check that out at www.lostbreadcomic.com. So if you would like to support the show, one of the biggest things that you can do is you can just like, comment, subscribe, leave a rating. That is always amazing, because that helps us kind of get found by other people who might enjoy the show too, and that's a really great thing. If you want to help us out, help us get better equipment, help us, support the show, do that kind of a thing, you can go to patreon.com/lucidnap, and the link again is going to be in the description. Patreon.com/lucidnap, and you can make a monthly donation as low as $1. And if you're not really into that, you're not feeling the Patreon kind of vibe, you can also buy me a coffee. Yes, because I always need a coffee. Buymeacoffee.com/lucidnap. Lucid Nap, that's me, because I read a comic book about lucid dreams, and it's a thing. So, yeah. Anyway, but guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much to Margot McGrath for doing our score and for being our musical guest. And of course, our theme song is Runaways by Arcade High, if you enjoyed that. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. And you know what? Special thanks to our Patreons, The Grimerica Show, and Nikki Benfield. We could not do it without you. I don't know where we'd be without you, but nowhere that I would want to be. So anyway, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us on this episode, and talk to you guys soon. Bye.